This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
The same taping where Hunter loses to Jake, we see Steve Austin defeat Bob Holly to qualify. Owen Hart beats Yokozuna, and the Ultimate Warrior and Goldust go to a 15-minute draw. Vader defeats Ahmed Johnson. Mark Mero defeats Skip. So Austin's run to the top starts with beating Bob Holly, and Owen pins Yoko. And Warrior and Goldust go into a 15-minute draw. I mean, Dustin Rhodes could do 60, I'm sure, but Warrior in a 15-minute match.
Yeah.
What's the thinking here?
Don't beat him.
Yeah.
Can't beat him.
There you go.
He can't lose well.
I see.
The Warrior's not a good enough worker to know how to lose and protect himself. So you eliminated two guys there. And the fact also that, we were building Goldust, and we thought Goldust had a significant upside, and he did. But Vince didn't want to beat him in that environment, so they did the draw. And, Goldust should have been bonused on his paycheck for that one. To go 15 minutes, the Warrior. And I had completely forgotten about that match. So maybe there's a reason why. Maybe it wasn't very good. I don't remember.
You usually block out painful experiences, right?
Yeah, I do.
Vader would beat Ahmed here. We sort of glossed over that match, but that's Ahmed's first ever pinfall loss in the company. But afterwards is when the real story happens. Goldust gives him CPR, and then when Ahmed wakes up, he freaks out, and it's a hell of a scene. In hindsight, do you think that angle was in bad taste, or should we always judge wrestling by the context it's in?
Yes, the latter.
Yeah,
it was a element added by, I'm sure, by Pat Patterson, who loved the ha-ha.
Right.
He loved the ha-ha. So it added a lighthearted element to that matter. And I don't know if it was necessary or not. Did it kill the show? Of course not.
No.
But it was.
Well, I'll say it was a hot finish. I mean, seeing Ahmed drive that dude through the door, that's a hell of a visual.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You get into these matches, these tournaments like this, and, the office picks out the participants they want to be in the King of the Ring.
Right.
And then you find yourself, well, we can't beat this guy. We don't want to beat this guy. Somebody's got to win and lose here.
Yeah. Why'd we book it?
Yeah. And that's the way it is today. I believe that any top talent should be able to lose to another talent with that talent's finish.
Sure.
If you can't lose to somebody's finish, what have we created?
Right.
It's you're just in a box now. So I always liked the fact that, working with Watts, those guys, that you come up with a way. And I remember even a good old Leroy McGurk back in the day would always tell guys, when you come to work, you got to have and Watts is a big proponent of this too, that when you come to work, you got to have an idea of how to lose, how to win, and how to work a return. Have something in your head that you want to do. And now the business is such where a lot of talent, seemingly to me, just leave it all up to the office. So some are not participating in it from the emotional investment aspect. And that's kind of what this deal was. I can promise you very few guys came to work with the idea of how they wanted to win or lose or work a return. So, but sometimes you book yourself into a corner, and I want to say inadvertently, but you got to when you book the match, you got to have a finish.
That's right.
Some sort. So I think that's kind of where we were with that deal. A lot of guys are in the protected area where you didn't want to beat them because a lot of the talents themselves over the years had made it clear that, if I lose, you're killing me. So your work must be shit. You really must not be over then. I can't lose. If you're if it's that fragile, then we're doing something really wrong here, where we've got a talent, a position where if he or she loses one match, you killed them. And and a lot of talents hung their hat on that, Conrad. They go, I'm not going to get over you. You're beating me every night. So all of a sudden it goes from losing tonight. Oh, you're beating me every night. No,
Yeah.
no, we're not. No, we're not. So, and I'd like to see that change a little bit. But in any event, it was a daunting task to figure out these finishes so that some talents could be protected. And it was just awkward, to say the very least.
Well,
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.